Hi everybody, so I'm just getting ready. I've put the border on this pattern now and I've just been going through it and look what I found. Huge mistake, well it is for me, is I've left my little butterfly with a broken wing and it needs one DC down here adding, yeah? So I'm just going to put this DC in now. I'm just going to add it. This is the way I do it. Everybody has a different way. This is the way I do it. Now I am actually using half a size smaller. So I did this blanket in a 3.5 and I am going to add with a 3 because when you're adding, there's no tension at all because you're just adding a loose piece of yarn. So this is what I'm going to do. To start with, I'm just going to pinch my yarn there on my hook and I'm going to pre-prepare a few loops. Yeah, it doesn't matter, you know, I won't use them all, will I? But I'd rather have more than be faffing about afterwards. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to go through where I should have picked up through this loop here. I'm going to create a double crochet on my own outside the pattern. And then I'm going to make sure that I put it here under and put it through. And then I'll tie the ends around the back. If I put it up here above the stitch, it looks wrong. If I put it just under the stitch, two rows above, it looks right. So let's do it together. So I've got my loops. Yeah, they're all coming undone already. So I try to hang on to it quite tightly down here. Like I say, I'm using a half size smaller just to make sure that I've got good tension. And here we go. I'm going to go through the loop, the place where I've missed, and I'm just going to pull through. Just going to pull through the yarn like that. Okay, so now I'm just going to move my little loops up. I can make another one if I feel like I need it. So here we go. And now I'm just going to do a double crochet sort of in the air, if you like. It's not going anywhere. I've got my loop through. So I'm just going to come over and pull through 1, 2 loops. So you need to just be pushing your artificial loops up here. And now I'm going to come and just pull through again, yarn over, and I'm just going to fiddle about with this and pull through 1 and hopefully 2. Yeah. Okay, I think I've got it now. It's very fiddly, isn't it? Okay, so here we go. Now let's just see what I've done. So if I don't like it, I'm just going to undo it and do it again. So I'm just going to leave quite a bit of a tail here. And what I'm going to do is just pull this through like that. Okay, so I've pulled it through now. Just going to pull this through. Where's my tail? Okay, there it is. Now, this is why I use a slightly smaller hook so that I can make a bit of a tighter DC and see whether I'm happy with that, because it's going to go through the back. Yeah, that's okay. I'm okay with that. I don't think anybody will notice. Only you and I. You're not going to tell anybody. I'm not going to tell anybody. So here we go. So here we have like a little, can you see the little DC that we've made? Yeah, it looks okay. And that's why you can see it is a little bit fatter because we've not had the tension. That's why I recommend using half size smaller. And then all I'm going to do is take both ends and I am going to, there's my little DC that I've made, and I'm just going to make sure that I put it through here, under here, which is where it would have been if I'd have done it correctly. If I put it through here or up at the top, it just looks very wrong and it shows as a mistake. So I'm just going to pull, just going to hold my work from the back, and I'm just going to put it where it should have been. Pull it through, pull these two ends through around the back like this. Okay, And then I just check. That's okay. I'm pretty pleased with that. I mean, we know what it is. It's a mistake, but I think it looks okay now. I've fixed the little broken wing, and I don't need my crochet hooks anymore. Now all I need to do is turn over the back and make sure now that I am going to secure these ends. You can tie them first if you want, and then I weave them in. I don't know whether I need to tie them, to be honest. Let me just see if it changes the look of it if I tie it on the front. Yeah, that's good. That's fine. I'm going to tie them as I certainly don't want those coming undone. And now I'm just going to spend a bit of time weaving the ends in here. Just going to go in and out and in and out. So I'm just going to carefully weave these ends in. I'm going to weave one this way, and then I'm going to weave this one this way, and then I'm going to come back and do it again. I don't need to show you that. I'm going to come back and do it so I'm doubly sure that this little stitch is never going to come undone. So as I'm working in my ends, I always put the needle through first. I go up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, without the end, because the end is very short. So I'm just going to go put my needle in through, yeah, just weave it through, and then I'm going to put the short thread through and pull it through like that. Okay, so I mean, that is not going to come undone now. I mean, we tied it and we've woven it in 2 or 3 times. I can get very persistent. I can get over the top with this kind of thing. So I'm trying to be a bit better. And there you go. Can't see it. Let's have a look on the front, what we can see. There we go. It's a respectable fix. Thank you.